Be so kind. You're welcome. My dear students, morning, sit down please, get ready for the lesson. Well, first of all, the aims of our lesson, what we are going to do today. As you know, at the beginning of the lesson, we usually train your tongue. And that's why we are taking our poem and you are reading it the first time. Well, the first part. And of course it will be your dialogue about weather. You are speaking about weather in a form of dialogue, communicating with each other and saying what is the weather like now and what will the weather be tomorrow or on Sunday or on Saturday. Well, in this manner. And you are inviting your friend to go for a walk or to the cinema, to the museum. It is no difference. It's your choice where to go. Well, and after that, we are taking our topic Australia. We have already done 3 lessons with this topic. Of course, we are discussing the most famous city in Australia, Sydney, here, and its masterpieces and its sites. And of course, you will see a short film about Sydney. And you will see all these masterpieces there in this short extract of the film. And after that, we are taking our quiz about animals in Australia. And before it, we are checking your knowledge concerning population, one of the most famous day in Australia, and everything what we have already known during 3 and today's lesson. Well, now I consider we will start. Repeat after me all together, and the prompt is here. You can look at this prompt. Well, what's weather like today? Together. Why are you sleeping? Well, you see, I was running, but I am waking. Yeah? What's the matter with you? You are looking tired. Yeah? Well, what's the weather like today?
What's the weather like today?
It's bad.
It's
frosty. What's the temperature today?
What's the temperature today?
The temperature is 3 degrees below zero.
The temperature is below zero.
Winter hasn't gone away.
Winter hasn't gone away.
But on the calendar we can see spring, yeah? But on the calendar we can see the spring. Well, and what will the weather be on Saturday?
What will the weather be on Saturday?
It will be better.
It will be better.
It will be warmer.
It will be warmer.
And what will the temperature be?
And what will the temperature be?
It will be 6 degrees above zero.
It will be 6 degrees above zero.
And what are you going to do on Sunday?
And what are you going to do on Sunday?
I'm going to rest.
I'm going to rest.
Let's rest together.
Let's rest together.
With pleasure.
With pleasure.
Well, let's go for a walk.
Let's go for a walk.
Or to the cinema.
Or to the cinema.
Or let's go for a walk.
Or let's go for a walk.
Well, it's okay.
Well, that's okay.
Where shall we meet?
Where shall we meet?
Near our school.
Near our school.
Well, at what time?
At what time?
I can see the 2 p.m.
I can see the 2 p.m.
Okay, call me.
Call me.
Don't forget to call me.
Don't forget to call me.
See you, bye.
See you, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, now you are ready to represent this short dialogue about weather. Who is ready to work with dialogue? With this dialogue? Who is ready? Alex, you and who else? Raise your hands. Why are you sitting as statues? Here? You. Now come here. Listen to them.
Hello, hi Sasha. How are you? I'm fine, and you? I'm fine too. Let's talk about weather. Let's talk about it. Now, what is the weather like now?
The weather is bad.
It is frosty. The temperature is 3 degrees below zero, above zero.
Good. And what do you think, what weather like on Saturday?
It will be warmer, and the temperature will be 6 degrees above zero.
Okay, let's meet on Saturday near school.
Okay, what are we going to do?
Now we're going to walk in the park.
And what time will meet?
Let's meet at 2 p.m.
Okay, it's good.
Don't forget to call me. Invite.
Goodbye, Sasha.
Thank you. Sasha, pay attention to your structure. I'll remind it about what the weather will, what will the weather be. Don't forget, not what is the weather like, because what is the weather like, it's present. You see, it is now, what is happening now. Well, now let's continue. And our poem about what? I have forgotten how to name this poem. And who wrote it? Who knows the author and who can say some words about this poem? We are going to read the first passage. Well, who is the author of this poem?
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl. What are we doing now during our reading lessons? We are reading what?
Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
No. During reading lessons.
Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Charlie, we are reading Charlie
And Chocolate
and
Factory.
Chocolate Factory. Look at his portrait. Look at his portrait. Here you see him here. Yeah. Well, and is it interesting for you, Roma? Is it interesting for you? His book. Yeah. It's very interesting. And for you?
It's very interesting.
It's very interesting too. But he wrote, as you see, not only stories for children and novels for children. He wrote what? You've got this. Poems. Yeah, you are quite right. Zhenya, why are you keeping silence? Nikita, what's the matter with you? Why are you keeping silence? Speak. Yeah, discuss. Yeah, poems. Now let's repeat after me. And after that, you are reading, develop your abilities to speak. Repeat after me. One afternoon I said to mommy.
One afternoon I said to Mommy,
Who is this person in my tummy?
who is this person in my tummy?
Who must be small and very thin?
Who must be small and very thin?
Oh, how could he have gotten in?
Or how could he have gotten in?
My mother said from where she sat.
My mother said from where she sat.
It is not nice to talk like that.
It isn't nice to talk like that.
Sorry. Oh well. It's true, I cried.
It's true, I cried.
I swear it, mommy.
I swear it, Mommy.
There is a person in my tummy.
There is a person in my tummy.
Well, now. He talks to me at night in bed.
He talks to me at night in bed.
He's always asking to be fed.
He's always asking to be fed.
Throughout the day, he screams at me,
Throughout the day he screams at me,
demanding sugar buns for tea.
demanding sugar buns for tea.
He tells me it is not a sin
He tells me it is not a sin
to go and read the biscuit tin.
to go and read the biscuit tin.
Yeah. Now, who is ready to read the first part of this poem? It's very interesting. Do you understand the content? The content is clear, yeah? Children, what do you want to do every minute, every second? What do you want to do, Zhenya?
I want to eat.
I want to eat every minute,
I
every
want to
second.
sleep.
I want to sleep every second and to eat, yeah? And something tasty. Well, and, well, you are ready. Please start.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can read
Afternoon, I
it.
said to Mommy, who is this person in my tummy who must be small and very thin? Or how could he have gotten in? My mother said from where she sat. It isn't nice to talk like that. It's true, I cried. I swear it, Mommy. There is a person in my tummy. He talks to me at night in bed. He's always asking to be fed. Throughout the day, he screams at me, demanding sugar buns for tea. He tells me it is not a sin to go and raid the biscuit tin.
Oh, it's great. Oh, well, pay attention to the pronunciation where you put your tongue while speaking English. You see? Well, thank you very much. And you will learn this first part by heart next time. Well, put away your copies. Well, now I'm delivering you copies about Sydney. But before delivering these copies, we will repeat the words.
Bathed in year-round sunshine and buzzing with a youthful vitality, when it comes to the good life, Sydney is hard to top. Sydney's heart is the harbour. What began as a penal colony in 1788 would within a century be transformed into paradise. From its rough and tumble beginnings in an area known as the Rocks, Sydney soon threw off its convict shackles and blossomed into a gracious city, filled with Victorian architecture and public gardens. New arrivals came by the boatload in search of a new life. The city expanded into gorgeous inner city suburbs like Paddington, harbour neighbourhoods like Rose Bay, and into beachside communities up and down the coast. For first-timers, Sydney can feel like a maze of beaches, headlands, bays and coves. The quickest way to find your bearings is to take a trip to the top of Sydney Tower. From over 800 feet up, the observation deck offers 360-degree views of the entire city. Once you've come to grips with the layout of the city, head to Circular Quay, Sydney's version of Grand Central Station. From Circular Quay, you can get just about anywhere by ferry, water taxi or train.
Take only your pen and a sheet of paper and sit together. Sit together with boys. Nikita. Sit nearer. Жень, sit nearer. They are not biting. They are not biting. They are not biting. Yeah. You are not reading. You are reading silently. You stay without. You see? Yeah. The second part of it. You see? The second part of it. 2 minutes. 2 minutes for preparation. 2 minutes for preparation. Now listen to them. I have resisted while looking through the text as quickly as possible. You are choosing the mentioned things that have been mentioned in this film, and you are speaking about them. This text is closely connected with this film. You are speaking. Why are you speaking in Russian, Igor? I don't understand. You don't know English, do you? What's the matter with you? Why are you speaking in Russian? If you don't want to do it, you out, it's your choice. Well, you are looking through the text. Who are boys and girls? Is it clear what to do? According to the film that you have watched, you are choosing the best masterpieces and speaking about them in a group.
Is a city in Australia. It isn't.
I consider it's the capital.
It is the capital of Australia. Because the capital is Canberra, but Sydney is very famous city. The first people in Sydney were aborigines from the tribe Eora. The first Europeans in Australia was James Cook. He arrived in Australia in 1770, and then there were prisoners in Australia in Sydney, and there was a colony of prisoners.
No, continue, please. Continue, Gina. Continue.
Sydney is never cold. It's always warm.
The sun is shining, and in Sydney a lot of sightseeing. One of them is the Harbour Bridge.
Here.
It's the oldest bridge in Australia, and Australia Opera House
Mm-hmm.
is the oldest house.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of kite houses in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
George Street is the oldest street in Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very famous street and beautiful. And
Use. Move ahead, Svetlana Vladimirovna, move. No.
down.
Yeah.
Taronga Zoo is a zoo in Sydney. It is big and there are many animals. It is interesting that you can spend the night there in that and you live with animals.
Yeah. Now, thank you very much. And what can you add? The second two groups. Now, sit down, please. Thank you very much. Now, what can you add? Your group. What? Yeah.
Did they say about Tower?
No. They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. Well, say some words. If you want to add please. Add, please. Vlad, Roma, Vanya, Nikita. Well, Sasha.
The Sydney TV Tower is the tallest structure in Sydney. It's 250 meters long and it's 360 degrees view.
Well, let it be so. And what else?
And the Harbour Bridge, they didn't say about the Harbour Bridge that
They have said
the biggest steel bridge in the world.
Yeah, what can you add? Thank you, Sasha.
The Sydney Aquarium have 615 kinds of fish and shells.
Yeah, yes, you're quite right. Well, thank you. You are speaking about Sydney, the aquarium. Yeah, aquarium. Yeah. What else can you add, Roma? What else can you add? Nothing. What else can you add, Vanya? You can use these phrases. Yeah. It is here, Nikita.
The first people to live in what is now Sydney were the Australian Aboriginal people. It's Yura.
Yura, as Russian Yura. You see? Well, let it be so. Now let's continue. What have you learned about Sydney today? What have you learned? What is new for you from these pieces of paper, from this film? What is new for you that you have never heard about it? Yeah.
People who live in Sydney call themselves insiders.
And for example, I don't know what does it mean penal colony. Penal colony, I don't know, but it has been mentioned. What is it? It means prison, a prison. What does it mean?
In prison, it's jail.
Yeah, you're quite right. But it means that who were sent to Australia? Prisoners. Or the second word, you know it from your textbook. Use your textbook. You know Convicts. You are quite right. Convicts. Repeat after me all together. Convicts. Prisoners. Criminals. And they were sent from what country? I don't know. They were sent to Sydney from what country? From
Great Britain.
No, Great Britain you can use, but yeah, from you can say from the British Empire. Yeah, and who was the first man?
James Cook.
James Cook. Well, let's continue speaking about Australia because it's very interesting, and I can see that the new facts maybe you will appear and you will refresh your mind. Well, do it quickly. My continue speaking about Australia, And now, refresh your mind concerning interesting facts about Australia. What you have already learned from 3 lessons. Well, it's very interesting to my mind, and you will be ready to speak about it. Well, the first page, it is given. Well, the second, if you want. The second page, if you want. It's your choice. Only 1 page. Look through this information and get ready to speak. Work in pairs. Work in pairs. Wait a bit. Work in pairs. You've got everybody 1 minute for preparation, because you have known this information. 1 minute, that's enough. Outback, what is it? Outback, I don't know. It is deserted. Nobody lives there.
Song festival.
No, outback.
In the desert in Australia.
Yeah, where people don't live. They are empty territories, you see? Well, and what can you say about figures? Figures. Only how many people can live there?
2 people per square kilometer.
Yeah, you're quite right. You're quite right. Now let's continue. What does it mean, the southern hemisphere? I don't know. I don't know.
It's situated in southern hemisphere.
Yeah, this country is situated in the southern hemisphere. And what can you say about holiday, Roma? Christmas and New Year. What can you say? Do they celebrate it in winter? Zhenya?
No.
No.
There are no winter in Australia.
There is no winter in Australia. But remember, please, it is celebrated in summer. Nadia, you're quite right. In summer, it is celebrated in summer. And animals, what can you say about animals? We've got some pictures with animals. Wait a bit. I'll try to give it to you. Well, animals. Look through this quizzer. Look through this quizzer and try to guess. But before the quiz, we will repeat the words. Could it be everything? Why are you taking everything in your hands? I don't know. We are taking the quiz. What's the matter? Now? Well, the quiz. Well, 1 minute for preparation, but before your preparation, well, look at the screen. Look at it. Look at it. Repeat after me all together. Echidna.
Echidna.
Koala.
Koala.
Emu.
Emu.
Platypus.
Platypus.
Dingo.
Dingo.
Lyrebird.
Lyrebird.
Kookaburra.
Kookaburra.
Entita.
Entita.
Cockatoo.
Cockatoo.
Wombat.
Wombat.
Match the pictures to their names, sir. Well, it will be a home task to do it. You will take it with you, these pictures, and your marks for your work during the lesson. Nadia, an excellent mark. Lisa, an excellent mark. Vlad, an excellent mark. Sasha, an excellent mark. Igor, nothing. Zhenya, a good mark. Nikita, a good mark. Vanya, a good mark. And Roma, a good mark. An excellent, I have already said to him. You haven't heard. If you want, I can repeat. Well, and you're working with this quiz at home. With this quiz, you're working at home.